Beautiful butterfly. There you go. Beautiful white spot, of course, resembling that of a unicorn.
Banana. Cornflower banana. You guys might have seen quite a lot of them around. And they're favoured by the African monarch, and as well the brown-veined white. It plays a very important role in feeding these two species, which later in the year is going to provide some nectar for them as well.
What's it called?
Cornflower banana.
Banana. Okay.
Part of the Veronia family. Beautiful. They all get develop that beautiful purple flower on top.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
And your silver cluster leaf.
Keep here.
It's come out already. What's in it?
Trying to see what it is.
One that's already come out. No, it's not sure. It's an ant.
Okay.
Ant or something. It's a Terminalia species. So it's a very good wood, burning wood. Very strong, very hard burning wood. But it's one of the tricks to it is it's actually flexible. So a lot of the guys used to use these for oxbrake and axles and stuff like that. They were very strong, but they had the flex in order to take the brute tracks that the guys were going on. But you often see those, especially when you go from here and you go back to Joburg, all those pots on the side of the road, and you get that silvery sheen to those pots when they hit the light. It's from this, and they grab these leaves and they actually rub it on the pot, and that silver sheen comes off it, and actually then they seal it onto the pot. So it's quite clever. It makes a brilliant blue dye. If you take a bunch of these leaves and you put them in a glass and you mush it up with some water and leave it there for a few hours, this brilliant blue dye comes out of it. Which blue dye.
Just a watercolor.
You know, if you use something to change the colour of it.
Dye into blue.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And then of course if you allow the water to evaporate, you can use it almost like a paint. As a paint substance. It's brilliant. But this is it's a parasitic. It's called a gall midge. And you know what a midge is? It's almost like a mixture between a fly and mosquito. It's a small, delicate little insect. Basically what the female does is she comes to the tree and picks a stem. You can see there's a number of them, and they only do it on this tree. There's only this relationship with this tree, and here's a fresh one. Actually, they're still inside it. And what she'll do is she'll come with a modified proboscis and she'll sting it, and then she'll basically lay an egg within it. And through stinging it, of course, that sends signals to the tree saying, listen, we've been intruded in some way or other. And the tree has no real defense other than to send a growth hormone to the area, the affected area. And by sending the growth hormone, of course, this expands out in this ball, and it's a perfect incubation chamber for the young. And eventually, through the actual sting site, the young will then come out eventually once they've grown up and are able to fledge.
So, from a tree's point of view, it's a bit like the way a wood rose would happen.
Yeah, exactly. The wood rose, there we go. That's something from mistletoe, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. We were talking about it this morning. I said to him, there's another common name for it, but I couldn't figure out wood rose.
What did you call this?
This is a gall midge.
Gall midge.
So this is a gall.
Yeah.
So the actual species is called the gall midge.
But as you walk past these trees, you see them all over.
Yeah, this is always a good sign of good soil. Is your Terminalia cerevisiae, this one. The soils are normally very, very good sand, and the mineral content is very, very high. So if you're looking for water, it's also a good sign to follow these trees.
And where not to drive if you're driving a 4x4, not to get stuck or something.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful tree.